go of the day, and let this story lead you softly into peace. Gloxinia and Geranium, a tale of forgiveness. This story is about Gloxinia and Geranium learning the value of forgiveness and making amends for their mistakes, strengthening the bonds of friendship in the process. Once upon a time, in a lush, green forest filled with the sweet melodies of birds, there lived a gentle human named Gloxinia and a cheerful rabbit named Geranium. Gloxinia had a cozy cabin nestled between two towering oak trees, and every morning she would step outside to greet the sun with a smile. Geranium, on the other hand, lived in a snug burrow near the cabin and loved hopping round the woods, exploring every nook and cranny. One day, as Gloxinia was picking wildflowers to decorate her cabin, she noticed an unusual silence in the forest. Curiosity piqued, she wandered deeper into the woods and discovered Geranium sitting quietly on a fallen log, his ears drooping sadly. "What's wrong, Geranium?" she asked softly, her voice gentle as a breeze. Geranium looked up with teary eyes. "I've done something terrible, Gloxinia. I accidentally ate all the carrots from Mrs. Hedgehog's garden, and now she's very upset with me." Gloxinia knelt beside him, placing a comforting hand on his teary shoulder. "Everyone makes mistakes, my dear friend. The important thing is to admit them and make amends." Encouraged by her words, Geranium nodded and stood up. Together, they went to Mrs. Hedgehog's garden. When they arrived, Mrs. Ingridina initanda IRFD and a full sense. Hedgehog was busy tending her flowers, her face lined with worry. "Missy, Afutha, Upwarhameston Bay Erisava Abrabefa, Ingersufa for me." Hedgehog Havomanium began nervously. "I'm so sorry for eating all your carrots. I didn't mean to cause you any trouble, Mrs." Hedgehog looked at Geranium for a moment, then sighed softly. "I appreciate your honesty, Geranium. Well, I forgive you, but we must find a way to replace the carrots." Gloxinia stepped forward with a bright smile. "We can help. Let's plant new seeds and tend to them, Mrs." Hedgehog's eyes sparkled with gratitude, and so the three of them worked side by side, planting and watering the new carrot seeds. Days turned into weeks, and the seeds sprouted into lush green tops. One sunny morning, as they harvested the fresh carrots, Mrs. Hedgehog handed a bunch to Geranium. "Here, these are for you, my dear friend." "Thank you for helping me." Geranium's eyes filled with tears, but this time they were tears of joy. "Thank you, Mrs. Hedgehog. Thank you for forgiving me and giving me a chance to make things right." Gloxinia beamed with pride as she watched Geranium hug Mrs. Hedgehog. Her forest was once again filled with harmony, the air rich with the scent of blooming flowers and the promise of new beginnings. And so, Gloxinia and Geranium learning that forgiveness is a beautiful gift that heals hearts and strengthens friendships. A new gentle story is ready for you. Bully and the Heritage of Azalea. This story is a heartwarming tale of a girl named Bully and a sprite named Azalea, who discovered the beauty of their shared heritage and formed a lasting bond. In a quaint little village nestled between emerald hills, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Lily. One crisp autumn morning, while wandering in the woodlands, she discovered a shimmering, delicate sprite named Azalea. Azalea sparkled like dew and radiated warmth like the sun, but she looked a little lost. "I've traveled far looking for something I've lost," Azalea explained softly, her voice like the gentle rustling of leaves. Lily's gentle heart couldn't bear the thought of this beautiful sprite being sad, so she offered to help. Together, they embarked on a journey through the village, the forest, and even up the tallest hill where the ancient oak tree stood. Along the way, Azalea shared stories of her heritage, of sprites who once lived in harmony with humans, nurturing the land together. Lily listened intently, her heart swelling with pride to be part of such a beautiful history. On the highest hill, under the ancient oak, Azalea found what she had been seeking. The time-worn golden acorn, glowing softly. "This is the symbol of our heritage," she said, tears of joy in her eyes. Lily admired the acorn, feeling its warmth spread through her fingertips. With newfound determination, Lily pledged to honor the bond between humans and sprites, believing that their shared heritage would make the world more beautiful. Azalea, grateful and moved, bestowed a single glowing leaf upon Lily, ensuring their bond would never be forgotten. They sat together, cherishing the moment, knowing that this newfound friendship sealed the promise of a brighter future. And so, Lily and Azalea's legacy lived on, a tale of unity, love, and the magic of heritage, whispered through the rustling leaves and dancing sunbeams. The next story is ready to bring you peace. Heather and the Honest Hedgehog. This story is about Heather, a kind-hearted girl, and her hedgehog friend Euphorbia, who learned the value of honesty while returning a lost locket to its rightful owner. Once upon a time, in a charming village surrounded by golden fields and blooming flowers, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Heather. Heather loved to explore the meadows and woods near her home. One sunny afternoon, while wandering by a sparkling stream, Heather discovered a small hedgehog stuck in the mud. Compassionate by nature, Heather gently rescued the little creature and cradled it in her hands. The hedgehog had quills that glistened in the sunlight and tiny eyes that sparkled with gratitude. "You're safe now," Heather whispered. "I'll call you Euphorbia." Euphorbia, sensing Heather's kindness, nuzzled her palm. From that day on, Heather and Euphorbia became inseparable friends. They would play together every day, sharing berries and stories by the stream. Euphorbia loved to listen to Heather talk about honesty and how important it was to always tell the truth. One day, while they were playing near the village, Heather noticed a glimmering object in the tall grass. It was a small golden locket, intricately designed with floral patterns. Heather picked it up and marveled at its beauty. "This must belong to someone," she said to Euphorbia. Euphorbia nodded and pointed towards the village with its tiny pup. Heather knew what she had to do. "He must find the owner and return it," she declared. They walked to the village and asked everyone they met if they had lost a locket, but no one claimed it. Heather was tempted to keep the locket for herself because it was so beautiful. But then she remembered the lessons she had shared with Euphorbia about honesty. "I can't something that isn't mine," she said with determination. Just then, they met an elderly woman who looked worried. "Have you lost something, ma'am?" Heather asked. The woman nodded. "Yes, my dear. I lost a locket that was very precious to me." Heather smiled and handed the locket to the woman. "Is this it?" she asked. The woman's eyes filled with tears of joy. "Oh, thank you, my child," she exclaimed. "This locket has been in my family for generations." Euphorbia felt proud of Heather. The elderly woman rewarded Heather with a beautiful ribbon for her hair, but Heather felt the greatest reward was the trust and happiness she had given back to the woman. From that day on, Heather and Euphorbia continued to wander the meadows, always cherishing the value of honesty. They knew that being honest might be difficult at times, but it always led to the best outcomes. And so Heather and Euphorbia spent their days happily, bound by the unbreakable bond of friendship and truth. Let's continue our peaceful journey with another tale. Marigold and Magnolia, A Tale of Harmony. This story is about a young girl named Marigold and a salamander named Magnolia, whose friendship brought everlasting harmony to their valley. Once upon a time, in a valley where the wildflowers bloomed in brilliant patches of color, there lived a young girl named Marigold. Her hair was golden like the rays of the sun, and her eyes sparkled like the clear blue sky. Every day, she wandered through the fields, humming soft tunes while collecting flowers for her grandmother. One day, as she ventured deeper into the valley, she discovered a sparkling brook with water as clear as crystal. Sitting by the brook, she noticed a salamander with emerald green scales and delicate, flowing fins. The salamander introduced itself as Magnolia. The two became instant friends, bound by their love for nature's beauty. Marigold and Magnolia spent their days exploring the valley, discovering hidden paths and secret groves. And Magnolia would tell Marigold ancient stories about the valley and its magical inhabitants. In turn, Marigold shared songs her grandmother taught her. Their laughter echoed through the valley, creating an eternal melody of friendship. Yet their bond only grew stronger. They learned to embrace their differences and celebrated the blend of their worlds. Magnolia, with its wisdom and grace, taught Marigold to see the world through the eyes of a salamander. Magnolia, with her curiosity and joy, showed Magnolia the wonders of human crusade. The valley flourished as a symbol of their harmony. Wildflowers grew in abundance, and the air was always filled with a sweet fragrance. Even the older creatures of the valley took notice and relished the renewed energy and peace. One autumn evening, under a canopy of stars, Marigold and Magnolia made a pact to preserve the beauty of their valley forever. They planted a tree by the brook, its roots intertwined with promise and hope. It stood tall and strong, a testament to their friendship and the harmony they cherished. Years passed, and Marigold grew into a wise and kind-hearted woman. She always visited the valley, remembering the joyful days spent with Magnolia. The tree by the brook became a pilgrimage site for all who sought peace. At the heart of it all, the spirit of Marigold and Magnolia lived on, whispering tales of harmony to anyone who would listen. Good night, and may tomorrow bring you warmth and joy.